Hi, and welcome back to the Trucking Scribe. It's Esther. Today we are looking at Psalms number 10. I thought I would read it out of this one today. Just felt like I needed a different little Bible to look at. I don't know why. But anyway. Oh Lord, why do you stand so far away? Why do you hide when I am in trouble? The wicked arrogantly hunt down the poor. Let them be caught in the evil they plan for others, for they brag about their evil desires. They praise the greedy and curse the Lord. The wicked are too proud to seek God. They seem to think that God is dead, yet they succeed in everything they do. They do not see your punishment awaiting them. They sneer at all their enemies. They think nothing bad will ever happen to us. We will be free of trouble forever. Their mouths are full of cursing, lies, and threats. Trouble and evil are on the tips of their tongues. They lurk in ambush in the village, waiting to murder innocent people. They are always searching for helpless victims. Like lions crouching and hiding, they wait to pounce on the helpless. Like hunters, they capture the helpless and drag them away in nets. Their helpless victims are crushed. They fall beneath the strength of the wicked. The wicked think God isn't watching us. He has closed his eyes and won't even see what we do. Arise, O Lord, punish the wicked, O God. Do not ignore the helpless. Why do the wicked get away with despising God? They think God will never call us to account. Yet you see the trouble and grief they cause. You take note of it and punish them. The helpless put their trust in you. You defend the orphans. Break the arms of these wicked, evil people. Go after them until the last one is destroyed. The Lord is king forever and ever. The godless nations will vanish from the land. Lord, you know the hopes of the helpless. Surely you will hear their cries and comfort them. They will bring justice to the orphans and the oppressed, so mere people can no longer terrify them. So, as I was reading this chapter, it was speaking to me just from the very first two sentences. Oh Lord, why do you stand so far away? Why do you hide when I'm in trouble? How many times have you thought, where's God? I've done all these bad things, or I'm having all these miseries and aches and pains and problems in my life that I don't see God. And we forget that He's still there. But David goes on to talk about how the evil people, they're proud and they say there is no God, and they think that they can do everything on their own. Let's see. So Psalms 10 is a cry and a plea for justice. David is frustrated by God's absence when times are hard. That was the first sentence I was reading, verse 2. Then David describes the wicked and corrupt. The wicked and corrupt are hurting people. They're murdering them, threatening them. But David ends the psalm with a reminder and statement that God is still here, even in times of trouble when we can't see Him. David is confident that God cares for the poor and the oppressed. And in the very end of this, it does say, the Lord is king forever. The godless nation will vanish from the land. Lord, you know the hopes of the helpless. Surely you will hear their cries and comfort them. You will bring justice to the orphans and the oppressed, so mere people can no longer terrify them. So I'm thinking Paul, but I mean David. David is talking about how God just feels like sometimes you can't reach Him and He's nowhere to be found, but really God is always there. Even when these mean and wicked people are against you, God's there for you. And the trials and tribulations of life help us to realize that God's there. If everything was perfect 24/7, we would be saying, why do we need God? We've got everything. Everything's perfect, so we don't need anything. And God, He knows that, and He is there when when we think He's not. And these people, the wicked ones, they're cursing and lies and threats. Let's see. They do not see your punishment awaiting them. They sneer at all their enemies. They think nothing bad will ever happen to us. We will be free of trouble forever. And that's where they miss out on getting to know God and to have that special relationship that I have or you have with Him. Need to remember God is out there and He's right here with us whether we know it or not. He's always here. So I did really like Psalms 10 this week. So starting December, the first week of December, I didn't look and see what day the first Monday is, but on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I'm going to be working on a Bible study that talks of the birth of Jesus, from prophecy to promise, a journey through the birth of Jesus. And this is going to be a free PDF. I will put a link in the description below, so you can go ahead and get it today if you would like. This is another good book. When I did this study over the summer in July, we did Jesus in July 24. You can put that in, hashtag Jesus in July 24, and you can find all the videos and stuff that go with it. I did rewrite this a little bit, not a lot, but I did update a little bit. So if you do have the one that we did in July, and you just want to keep it, then you can use that one. This book is a really great little book. It's like $2.99 is what it's showing on the book, the back of the book. So Amazon probably has it cheaper. I didn't look either. But Dr. David Jeremiah gives 25 reasons for the nativity. And you can see here there's one for each day. And I didn't use all of those days. I only did 9 because I wanted to be able to keep up with them. But this is a great little read, so definitely grab it and read it. It's so easy, and some of the things he talks about are really, let me see if I can find, I've got some labeled here. Jesus indeed came at the perfect time, but He also brought the perfect message. He brought hope and light in a world ruled by the sword. This teacher spoke of perfect peace in a world of violence and retribution. He spoke of loving one's enemies in a world of death. He offered hope of new life for now and for beyond the grave. The Romans dominated through the power of terror, lifting high a cross that performed its deadly task with unimaginable pain. Jesus accepted that cross, submitted Himself to it, and lifted it high as a bridge from the grief of earth to the joy of heaven. And that bridge, He made it clear, was available even to those who persecuted Him. That was a message to capture a world in the fullness of time, just when His truth and love could spread with greatest impact. Jesus came to bring the most radical, most wonderful message that has ever been presented. What began in a stable in little Bethlehem would redefine history at the perfect time and for all time. Just those 2 paragraphs right there said so much to me, just reading it. I've read this several times now. So get this book and read it. It's great. And if you have questions or comments on it, leave them in the description box. We'll talk about them in the Bible study. So, like I said, this is already. I have another one. I don't know where I put it. I have a book, the journal that I made with the Jesus in July study. But this is a little bit different. I updated some of the pictures. I did rewrite some of this, although it's a lot the same. And you will notice on the backs of these, right now I just printed one side. So I'm going to go back and print on this side when I get done. But you got writing pages. You have all of this and then more writing pages. So I tried to put a writing page in between each day. And like I said, this is a free PDF that you are most definitely welcome to go and get. I am working on a digital kit that I will be using for this particular study next month. I'm not finished with it, but these are some of the what do you call that? Some of the clip art that I'm going to be using. So it will match to the Bible study, and you can put it all in one journal and just have a really nice journal in the end. But I'm hoping by next Friday I will have the digital kit done. When I do, I'll definitely let you know. There is a link in the description also where you can sign up for my newsletter. So make sure to sign up because I'm sending out emails and information, the links to this. If you're already a subscriber, you should have gotten an email today with the link for this in there. So thank you so much for being here today, and I look forward to our study in a little over a week.